What's up guys, Dan with Ninjacators here. So in this video, I'm going to show you one of my favorite NinjaTrader tools, the volume profile. This tool is really one of my favorites. It helps me visualize the narrative around price action. It helps me set trade locations and even anticipate some daily price shifts that take place. So I'm going to show you how to set this tool up, the different features you can customize on it, and how you can use this tool to maximize your trade setups. But before we get into that, be sure to give Fast Track from Ninjacators a look. It has all the tools for you to become a successful trader in one spot. Live trade rooms, Discord, funding, and software all in one spot. So check that out in the link in the description below. Okay, so let's dive into this tool. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your command center, you're gonna hit new, and you're gonna go to chart, just pop open a blank S&P 500 futures contract chart. We'll go with just a clean chart here, basic with nothing on it. So we want to keep it as clean as possible. 30 minutes, we'll add a few more days to it. We'll go with 35 days, and then we'll just, that all looks good, and then do not plot, hit OK, and that will pop open a clean chart for us. So from here, you're going to want to right click on your screen, go to indicators, scroll all the way down to the order flow volume profile. You're going to hit add. So what you have right out of the box is just a daily profile for each trading day. This is the full day on the futures contract from 5 p.m. Central Standard Time all the way until market close at 3 p.m. Now this is how I mainly use this tool, is almost directly out of the box. I do make a couple of tweaks. I'll go through that here, and I do use a couple different views as well, but we'll go through all the settings on this. So you can set it to be on bar close or on each tick, on price change, whatever you like. I usually like it on each tick. Profile type, I leave it on volume. You can do tick or you can do price. The difference between volume and tick is that the tick is going to show you the amount of ticks spent at each price level versus transactions. Okay, the price is going to shift this thing altogether into something else, into a market profile. So let's show you what that looks like. Okay, so let's look at this. This shows, so if you're familiar with market profile and you like market profile, you might like this. This shows in half-hour blocks where price is spent, and they're all color-coded. So if you go through, and this is something that you like, you can go down here to where it has times down here, and you can color the 8 to 8:30 block, the 8:30 to 9 o'clock block of time, 9 to 9:30, and so on down the list all the way through the full session. Okay, I don't use this one, but some people like that market profile look to it. Totally up to you. Let's go through some display modes. There's a few of them here. You can use the standard one, which is the one I use. You can use buy and sell, which shows buy and sell transactions going off in these levels, differentiating between red and green. Delta will show some delta spikes in there, can be useful for you in these profiles. The heat map looks pretty cool. It really helps the high volume nodes stand out where heavy amounts of transactions have gone off. Can be a helpful tool. You can use just a regular basic outline if you just want to know the high volume and low volume nodes, and that's about it. You can use that, pretty basic. Or you can use the time color, which is again, it takes that volume profile and overlays that market profile color coding to it, where if that's useful for you, you can go ahead and use that as well. But again, I just keep it as simple as I can with just a standard profile, and I keep it like this. So then you can also change the profile period. You can keep it from a full session, from the open of the daily bar to the close. You can do bar to bar. You can have it on a 30-minute, so you can have a profile for every 30-minute bar. That can be helpful in some instances. You can use a composite, which just shows what's on your screen. It just creates a profile for what's on your screen. You can use a week view. This is the one I use. I use the session, and I use the week. I'll show you what that looks like. So you can have, instead of a daily profile, you can have a weekly profile. So this is a Monday, so this is the first day of the week, so it's essentially the same thing as a daily at the close, but this is all of last week's total profile. All right, so now you know how the tool is set up. You know some of the customization features of it. So now what? How do you use it? That is the key question. So to me, there's very few tools out there that help me identify some high probability trade locations like a volume profile. So I'll go through a couple of examples here that I've found. So you've got the basic anatomy is you got your prior day high, which we can move this right here. You got your prior day high. You've got your value area high right here. You've got your POC, and you got your value area low, and then you got your daily low, or your weekly. This is a weekly. So on the weekly levels, you got your weekly high, value area high for the week, POC for the week, value area low on the week, and your weekly low. So let's just go ahead and mark off all those levels, just the high and the low, and then all these are already marked off. Okay, so now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels from a weekly perspective that you can use in your next week's trading. Okay, so this week you better believe I'm looking at all of these levels to watch for breaks. Okay, so let's go back and let's pretend that this week hadn't happened yet. Okay, so let's see, how would we use these levels? Let's bring this over here and give me prior week high, prior week low. Okay, so now how would we use these levels to frame some trades around? Well, we would use them directionally for entries, and we would use them for targets. Okay, so as price is coming around, that you got the overnight session happening. So what I would have set up is I would have prior day high marked, prior day low marked, and all of these levels marked off on my chart, carrying forward to the next day. All right, so I would be waiting for price to break here and hit down here, and then I'd be waiting for price to break here and hit down here. Then I'd be waiting for price to break here and hit down here, or I'd be waiting for price to reject off of here and bounce back up, or price to reject off of here and bounce back up to here. Right, so you can use these as excellent trade locations, and you just play the breakdown or the breakout or the failure of those levels, and you can frame trades around those. So in this instance, price broke down here at 7:30. Must have been some news or something that took place, but price took a dive right here. You could probably frame an entry right through in here somewhere, where you would take this trade and you would target this 53.02 half, right? Same thing here. Price broke down between here, pulled back to it, rotated back down all the way to this POC. Same thing here. Price broke down here. You could probably frame a trade right in this range right in here, all the way down to prior day low or the value area low of the week. So that's how it would work. So then this week, I would use last week's levels to frame some trades for this week, and so on goes the process. And there you have it, the NinjaTrader Order Flow Volume Profile Tool, one of my favorites on the platform. Again, if you're missing something from your trading, check out Fast Track by Ninjacators. If you're not a member, you're missing out on key tools to becoming a successful trader. Click the link in the description below to get started today.